Hello everyone and welcome to the Wright Brothers First in Flight Tour. Today we are going to cover a little bit of the history of the Wright Brothers, including visiting the home where they grew up in West Dayton, Ohio. We will visit their first print shop, as well as one of their several bicycle shops. And then lastly, we will zoom on down to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, where the Wright Brothers took their gliders and practiced until they got it right. So without further ado, let's fly on down to the Wright family home at 7 Hawthorne Street in West Dayton. This is where much of the creative thinking and planning behind the world's first airplane took place. Here you can see a photograph of Orville and Wright, as well as a photo of the parlor in the Wright family home. Alright, let's look at real quick a photo of what the house looked like around 1900. Zoom in here a little bit. It's interesting to note that the wraparound porch you see here in front was added by the Wright brothers in the early 1900s themselves. Okay, so from there we're going to move over to the Wright brothers' first print shop. In 1889, shortly after high school, the Wright brothers designed and built their own printing press and opened their first print shop. Wilbur served as the editor and Orville served as the publisher, printing off this weekly newspaper called West Side News. Although little is known about the press the Wrights built, many experts believe it was similar to the Prouty Grasshopper cylinder press, pictured here, a popular machine used by many small newspapers in the last half of the 19th century. Okay, so let's look at a photo of their first print shop, located here on this empty plot of land now. There it is, and that's what it would have looked like back in the Wright brothers' day. Alright, so moving down the road just a little bit, there on West 3rd Street. In 1893, the Wright brothers opened a small bicycle rental and repair shop called Wright Cycle Exchange. Later it became known as Wright Cycle Company. Although the location of the shop changed throughout the years, the brothers were at this location the longest, from 1879 to 1908. Between 1899 and 1905, the Wright brothers conducted a program of aeronautical research and experimentation that led to the first successful powered airplane in 1903. All successful airplanes since then have incorporated the basic design elements of the 1903 Wright Flyer. And here you can see a bicycle that the Wright brothers developed, and then one of their many different gliders that the Wright brothers developed. Alright, real quick, let's take a quick look at the Wright Cycle shop and what it looked like in the day of the Wright brothers. So all three careers were practiced at this location by the brothers. Bicycles were serviced and manufactured. Right down there on the low level. Their printing business was located on the 2nd floor up here. And early gliders and aircraft were actually built in the shop at the rear of the building. Alright. So lastly, let's fly on down to North Carolina, a little place called Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk is probably the best known place, noted as the location of the Wright brothers' famous first flight. However, what many people don't know is it is actually this little hill called Kill Devil Hill, where the Wright brothers Brothers experimented and actually made their first flight from the ridges of those current day sand dunes. Kitty Hawk Village is actually located 5 miles south of those hills. So on December 17th, 1903, the brothers finally accomplished their goal of flying a plane. The flyer lifted from ground level to the north of Big Kill Double Hill at 10:35 a.m. Orville Wright piloted the plane, which weighed 605 pounds. The first heavier-than-air flight traveled 120 feet in 12 seconds. Alright, so thank you very much for visiting me on this Wright Brothers First in Flight tour. I hope you learned lots, and hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.